Hello everyone, this is Balaji K.R. signing in for Brain Smart Labs. In my previous session Understanding Encapsulation, I had taught you how to create objects using an encapsulated class, and here we understood what is a user defined data type and what is a user defined reference variable.
Yes!
In today's session, we have a lot to discuss about this user defined reference variable thingy, and we have no time to waste.
Okay!
So let us directly jump into today's topic, more into user defined variables. Before we start with our today's topic, let us take a quick recap on what we did in our previous session. In our previous session, Understanding Encapsulation, we first saw the difference between a template and an object. Here we understood a class template is nothing but a source code or a bytecode present inside our hard disk, whereas an object is a virtual instance or an example of that class template inside our JVM on which we can actually work on. The instance variables what we declare inside a class from here on will be known as states of an object. Likewise, the instance methods what we declare inside a class from here on will be known as behaviors in an object. After seeing what are states and behaviors, we understood a class template in Java acts as a DNA that contains the complete information about an object which may come to life in near future. Here we understood the process of storing information about an object in the form of states and behaviors is known as encapsulation. In our next section, we saw the industry standard conventions for naming a class, wherein a class name should ideally be a noun starting with an uppercase and later it should be followed by camel casing. For example, Taj Mahal, account service bean, action servlet, etc. A new keyword in Java is an operator used to create objects using an existing template. The class template what we write can also be known as a user defined data type in Java. Any variable declared using a user defined data type can store a reference to an object that belongs to the same type. Variables of such kind are known as user defined reference variables, and it holds the reference to an object which gets created. For example, box B, cat C and dog D. Here box, cat and dog are known as user defined data types, and variables B, C and D are known as user defined variables. Every house in real world has a defined address location, and so every object in Java will be having a memory address location inside our JVM heap memory. Whenever we create an object using new keyword, the memory address will be returned by our JVM, and with the help of an assignment operator, we can store this address inside a proper user defined variable. All user defined variables are of size 2 bytes. And it can hold only the address of its respective object but not the object itself. Using a dot operator on a reference variable, we can access any member present inside our object, that is states and behaviors. In the mini assignment section, we asked you to write the code to access states and behaviors inside 3 different objects of type box. Hope you have done it. If not, muchkondu code madi. Today, for everyone's surprise, I will be continuing my session with yesterday's mini assignment.
Oh yeah!
Yesterday, I had asked everyone to create multiple objects of type box and instructed you to change the values of length, breadth and height for the last 2 objects, that is B2 and B3. Guru, there only I didn't understand. Allah, why should we assign the value as 5 inside our template and each time change the values on every object? Is there any generic solution for us to create a generic box object? Yes, there is. Let us take a look into our new topic, multiple objects of type box.
Multiple objects of type box.
Consider the source code of our box template through which we have created 3 different box objects as seen over here. We can clearly notice here that all 3 objects are having the same values for their states, that is length equal to 5, breadth equal to 5 and height equal to 5. Later inside the main method for the object B1, we asked you to retain the same values by doing no change. Likewise, for the second object B2, we asked you to change the values of L, B, H to 10, 20, 30 by using a dot operator. Last but not the least, we asked you to change the values for our box object B3 to 25, 35 and 45 again by using a dot operator. This process was pretty much successful as it changed the values of object B2 and B3 with too many dot operators. Now our question is it possible to create this box object without any size hard coded inside the source code template? Means what? It means, what if we erase the hard coding for length, erase the hard coding for breadth and erase the hard coding for height? You mean completely erase? Oh my god, what will happen? If you change your source code by removing the hard coding and then try to create an object, the object which gets created will not have any prefixed value as phi for any variable L, B or H. It is now the developer's responsibility to access these variables L, B, H using the dot operator and then assign some new values to it. Only then the values will change boom as seen over here. Once all the changes are made for each box object, it is now your turn to verify has the values changed or not. Now how will you do that? It is very simple. Print the volume of each box object to verify whether the changes are made or not. That is, b1.printVolume will print the volume of box B1, b2.printVolume will print the volume of the box B2, b3.printVolume will print the volume of the box B3. Dude, here in this example I clearly understood what to do. But are you sure that we are not gonna get any errors? You know, errors? No way. Why are you asking? No, we have not initialized the variables inside the template, right? Yes! Don't we get any error for directly using them without initializing? Pardon? I didn't get you. Can you just repeat yourself? Ayyo, inga par. Inside our main method, if we declare int I in the first line and in the next line without initializing it, if we try to access it inside an SOP statement, we get the following error: variable I might not have been initialized. Correct, dane? Yes, we got the error for using it directly without initializing. What's the problem now? Look here. Here in our box template, we have removed the hard coding, right? So now the variables inside our object which gets created are not initialized to any value. Now inside our main method, if we write the code box B is equal to new box, and in the second line using an SOP statement, if we try to access variable L using a dot operator, that is b.l, my question to you is, will we get an error? Le Gubaldo, how many times I have told you, compiler is always your best friend anta. Just compile the code to see are you getting an error or not. Okay. Oh my god, compilation success. We are not getting any errors. Now don't just stop there. Run the code to know what is the output.
Okay.
Dude, answer is coming 0. See, value of L is 0. Do you have any idea why you got 0 here in this example but got a compilation error for directly accessing int I in your previous example? Nah bruh, if I knew the answer, why would I ask you? Valla kate. You only explain, no?
Variable declaration and initialization.
Inside our main method in the first line, when we just declare a local variable int I, and then in the next line, if we try accessing that variable without initializing, we will get a solid compilation error. Reason being, we have accessed the variable I here without initializing it to any value. Whereas in our other example, if we type box b is equal to new box in the first line, and in the next line if we try to access any variable, that is L, B or H inside our box object, we neither get any compilation error nor we get any runtime error. And I know I have removed the hard coding for variable L, B and H inside our box template. Still we are not getting any errors. Instead, we are getting the output value as 0, which means the value 0 has been initialized by our JVM implicitly when our object was created. Bro, 0 value got initialized, that even I can see. My question to you is, why the value 0 got initialized? On what basis JVM assigned the value as 0? In our previous box template, as you can see, values of L, B and H are pre-initialized or hard-coded to numerical value 5. Now as the box object gets created by the statement box B is equal to new box, the L, B and H inside our box object will get initialized to numerical value 5, 5 and 5. Reason being, we had previously hard-coded everything inside our box template. Whereas now, if you consider our modified box template, inside our class box, we have neither initialized L, nor initialized B and nor initialized H as seen over here. When we create a box object using the above modified template, you might think the instance variables L, B and H will not be initialized to anything. But you are wrong. The variables will be initialized to numerical values 0, 0 and 0. As the default value of integer L is 0, default value of integer B is 0 and the default value of integer H is also 0. With this we can understand if no values are assigned or hard-coded inside our class template to any instance variables present, a default value for the same will be assigned by our JVM during the object initialization. Okay bro, we had declared an integer variable, so the default value 0 got initialized. What if we declare any other variable of any other data type? Answer me, what will be the default value stored for other data type? It's very simple. Here is the default value chart for all our data types present in Java. Now as per this chart, default value of byte is 0, default value of short is 0, default value of int is 0, default value of long is 0, default value of float is 0.0, default value of double is 0.0, for your surprise default value of char is also 0, and last but not the least, default value of boolean is false. Other than these primitive data types, if we declare any user defined variable, default value for the same will be null. Oh, okay. Guru, now I have one major doubt. Major andre tummane major. As you said previously, if we try to access b.l, b.b and b.h using the modified source code of class box, we will get 0, 0 and 0 as our output. Now inside our main method, instead of writing b.l, b.b and b.h, if we just write L, B and H, my simple question to you is, what will be the output? Le Gubaldo, how many times I have told you, compiler is your best friend anta. Any doubts you have, you first ask the compiler. Understand? Yes, teludru buddhi baralva nimge? No man, I will not answer this question. Seriously, I am tired of answering your silly questions. You only should compile now and tell me what will be the output. Oh, hello boss, namgu compile madak barutte. Yano ಪ್ರೀತಿಯಿಂದ ಕೇಳೋದ್ವಪ್ಪ. ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಮಾತಲ್ಲಿ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಓದಿಯೋಕೆ ಬರ್ತೀಯಲ್ಲ. Guru, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡು. We are getting an error which says cannot find symbol. Wait. There are two more errors below. All are saying cannot find symbol. ಈ cannot find symbol ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಗುರು? It means variable L, B and H are not found inside your main method.
Oh really?
ಏನು main method? It has to search object B alva. Why it is searching inside our main method? Le Gubaldo, your main method contains only one variable, that is variable B of type box. This variable is having the address of your box object, which in turn contains instance variables L, B and H. That is why to access these variables, we have to use b.l, b.b and b.h. If you analyze the problem properly, why we got an error, in your demo program inside the main method, all you have written is 4 lines of code. Here in these 4 lines of code, we have neither declared variable L, nor declared variable B and nor declared variable H. All we have declared here is variable B, which in turn holds the reference for the below box object through which we can access its members by saying b.l, b.b and b.h. As the variables L, B and H are not declared inside the main method, you cannot use LBH inside this scope directly.
Oh, really?
The only way you can access the same inside main is through a box variable B, which holds the link to our box object.
Okay.
Java is strictly a type check language both in your class template and inside your main method. At any point of time you getting an error by name cannot find symbol, it means the compiler is not able to find that thing what you are trying to access.
Uh-oh.
In this case, L, B and H are not present inside the main method, and so it is giving you an error exactly at that place where you are accessing L, B and H directly. Please remember, always try to access members inside an object using a dot operator with an appropriate reference variable. Else you will get a solid compilation error, mind it. Guru, I have one more major doubt now. Kelappa, yenappa nin doubt? When we write SOPL inside our main method, we get an error which says cannot find symbol. When we write SOPB.L inside our main method, we get a default value as our output. Now what if we write SOPB in our main method? Hey, if you ask me such questions one more time, I swear I will kill you with my both hands. Compiler maga, compiler. Compiler is your best friend. Press Ctrl 1 and Ctrl 2 no, to find out the answer. Okay, ಆಯ್ತು. ನೀ ಹೇಳ್ದಂಗೆ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. Ctrl 1. Compiler is not giving any error. Super. Now I will press Ctrl 2 and check the output. Dude, can you see this? We are getting the address of box as our result. Super, na? Very much correct. If we try to access variable B inside our print statement directly, we will get the address of our box object B. This is because the variable B now holds the reference to our box object, which is present inside our JVM heap memory. Now it is time for you to start typing and try the following code.
Okay.
Please don't skip this assignment as it is very important for you to progress to our next topic.
It's program time.
Using the below box template, create 3 different objects as shown below. PS. Print the volume, surface area and address of each box object as it is very important to understand the assignment. The answer key for this program assignment will be given to you at the end of this video. Guru, each time using the dot operator and initializing L, B and H is very difficult. Is there any easy way to initialize it in a single step? Well, I know a shortcut, but I was thinking, should I teach you or not? Boss, please don't test our patience, okay? For every object we create, we have to define LBH using a dot operator. We are almost typing the same code again and again inside our main method.
Uh-oh.
We are desperate to know the solution. Please help us, no? Take a look.
Easy way to initialize a box.
Go inside the source code of our box template and start typing the following code. Now below our fetchSurfaceArea method, write another method by name void setBoxSize with 3 input parameters int x, int y and int z. Inside this method, it is time to start typing the code as L equal to x, B equal to y and H equal to z as seen over here. After declaring a new method inside the box template, just go to your main method and start typing the code as box B equal to new box. Now to set the dimensions of the above box object, just invoke the method setBoxSize by typing b.setBoxSize 5, 6, 7. The above method invocation will help you to set all the values inside our box object B. Now to verify the dimensions, just print the values of L, B and H using a dot operator with a reference variable B. You can also verify the dimensions by printing the surface area of our box object. Similarly, type b.printVolume to invoke the printVolume method for you to get a better clarification, which will actually verify have the values here been set or not. Compile the code by pressing Ctrl 1 and you will get 0 compilation errors. Run the program by pressing Ctrl 2 and your program will start executing from our main method. As the program control reaches line number 28, new object of type box is created. And only for this time, to our surprise, a new member is added into our box object, which is nothing but our setBoxSize method. In line number 29, when this method gets invoked, boom! The values of object B gets instantly changed from the default value to the argument values that we are sending through our caller method. Hereafter, as usual, the dimensions of our modified box object, its real-time surface area and its volume will get printed as our output without any hassle.
Yenge shortcut. Guru, shortcut eno artha aaytu. But my question is, can we reuse this method again and again to change the values of our box object? Le pedmudede. Why do we write a method in Java? To reuse it again and again tane.
Here the setBoxSize method what we have written inside the box template is now a member of our box object. It can of course be reused n number of times, and each time we use it, the dimensions of our box object will get changed to the values what we pass as arguments through this method. That is in line number 6, when we invoke the method by passing the arguments 5, 6 and 7, the values inside the box object will change to numerical value 5, 6 and 7. In the next line, if we try to re-invoke the same method once again with a different set of arguments, the values inside our box object will now change to numerical values 5, 5 and 5. The same way in the next line, if we re-invoke this method once again with a different set of arguments, the values inside our box object will change to numerical values 15, 18 and 21.
Awesome. Super alva Guru. For a moment it did not flash only that we can reuse our method again and again whenever we want. But bro, can you give us a detailed picture on what exactly happened inside our JVM? That is the anatomy or the process flow behind this execution? Very good question. Many institutes today will only convey you how to invoke a method. But nobody teaches you what is happening inside our JVM.
That is correct.
For the first time in the history of corporate training, I am teaching you the process flow behind a method execution with the help of a beautiful animation.
Okay.
Learning what is happening inside will give you a clear picture on Java language, and you will know how does a JVM work in real time. Start writing down.
Anatomy of method execution.
In this section, I will be teaching you how methods in an object are executed inside our JVM. The code what you see below represents creating a new box object in the first line and invoking the setBoxSize method in the second line. When you compile this code by pressing Ctrl 1 and run the code by pressing Ctrl 2, as the code says box B is equal to new box, a new box object is created in the JVM heap memory. Please note the instance variables LBH inside our box object will be initialized to 0 as we have not hard coded the values inside our box template. And so these will be set to default integer value 0 as seen over here. The program control will now reach the next line for the JVM to trigger the setBoxSize method. Now the method which is present inside the box object
will get loaded onto the stack for it to start executing. I repeat, will get loaded onto the stack for it to start executing. The JVM now will trigger the method which is currently present on top. The JVM now will trigger the method which is currently present on top. The triggered method will receive its arguments as 5, 6 and 7. When the control now reaches the statement L equal to X, when the control now reaches the statement L equal to X, the value of L inside the box object will change itself to numerical 5. The value of L inside the box object will change itself to numerical 5. Likewise, when the control reaches the statement B equal to Y, the value of B inside our box object will change to numerical value 6. And when the control reaches the next statement H equal to Z, the value of H inside our object changes itself to numerical 7. As the program control reaches the last line of our method, the JVM finishes the current method execution what it had started. And as the completion of execution is always indicated by its removal here, the method gets removed from the top of the stack as seen over here. The method gets removed from the top of the stack as seen over here. By this, we have successfully taught you the anatomy of method execution, that is what will happen when we invoke a method which is present inside an object. Oh yeah! Excellent bro. I understood this concept very clearly. You're simply awesome. Hats off. ಹೊಗಳಿದ್ದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಜಾಸ್ತಿನೇ ಆಯಿತು, ಆದರೂ ಪರವಾಗಿಲ್ಲ, I will accept. But bro, tell me the truth. Will the institutes out there not be teaching these topics in this detail? What? Outside institutes? Chance illa. You only tell, man. In each batch there will be somewhere around 300 to 400 students.
Oh really?
Here in video means I can show you with the help of animation. But there, to explain this concept to 400 students, it will be a nightmare for them. That is why, you know what they do? They will teach all easy things for everyone to understand. Same thing they will make you do by heart all answers, that too in chorus.
Oh no!
In the end they will say, we have taught you everything. Now you are fully ready for placements. In the interview, if they ask you some tough question or some question completely out of context, you will answer ta-ta-ta-pa-pa-pa. For that they charge you 20,000 per admission. And if one sheep falls into the ditch, everyone will start falling.
Oh no!
Karma, if this is your fate to be cheated so badly, no one can save you. Hey, seriously bro, didn't know they will cheat us like this and all. That too in the name of placement. Hey, saak sumne rakandidini. I have seen many students like you. If someone says 100% placement, ಓಡಾಬಿಡೋದು. ಸ್ವಲ್ಪನೂ ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡೋ ಅಷ್ಟು ಪೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಹಂಗಂದ್ರೆ 100% ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಲ್ವಾ? ಪುಟ್ಕೋಸಿ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ 100% ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್. More about how and all they will cheat you, I will tell you in my next video. In this video, let us complete the syllabus first.
Okay.
You have any doubts till now? Yes bro, I have one doubt. You just showed us the anatomy of one method invocation in one object till now. What if we invoke the same method in multiple objects? Multiple objects? Like what? Means in the first 3 lines, we create 3 objects, that is box B1, box B2 and box B3. And in the next 3 lines, we change the values of these 3 objects using setBoxSize method line after line. Can you show us the anatomy of this? Oh sure, why not? In our demo program, as you can see, if you press Ctrl 1 and then press Ctrl 2, the program control will start executing from our main method, which is indicated by loading of main method into the JVM stack. As our program executes line number 5, line number 6 and line number 7, new objects in the heap memory of our JVM will be created, and they are referred by variables B1, B2 and B3. Now when the program control reaches line number 8, b1.setBoxSize 5,5,5 gets loaded on top of the stack above our main method. This method, when executed, changes the dimension only for our B1 object to numerical values 5, 5 and 5, which successfully completes its execution to be removed from the stack and for our program control to move on to the next line. When the program control reaches line number 9, b2.setBoxSize 10, 20, 30 will now get loaded on top of the stack.
The method when executed changes the dimensions of our B2 object alone to numerical values 10, 20 and 30. Once the method is completely executed, it now gets removed from the top of the stack. This will allow the JVM to focus on main for it to move the program control to line number 10. Now when the program control reaches line number 10, B3.setBoxSize 25, 35, 45 gets loaded on top of the stack. The method when executed changes the dimensions of B3 object to 25, 35 and 45 for it to get removed from the stack. Now once all the method invocations finishes its executions, the program control will reach the end of our main method for it to conclude the program in peace.
Yappa, my head is spinning. For the first time I am getting to know the working of JVM stack in detail. Le Gubaldo, hange tagond ಹೊಡೆದ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀನಿ ಹಾಕಂಡು. Haven't I taught you this in my 15th chapter of More Into Methods? Yes! That is why I advise all my students, before attending this class, please make sure that you have properly understood all our previous sessions.
That is correct.
And how will you do that? By making proper notes and working every program assignment given to you. Guru, assignment ಅಂತ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಜ್ಞಾಪಕಕ್ಕೆ ಬಂತು. Today will you not give us any assignment? How can I leave you so easily? Take down the assignment for today and practice it without fail.
Okay. Mini assignment.
Write a program using the following box template. Create 3 box objects using B1, B2 and B3 as reference variables, aka user defined variables. PS. Set the values of variables L, B and H only by using setBoxSize method and not by any other means. The assignment is not over yet. Once you finish writing the above code, do write additional code to print the volume and surface area of each box object after setting the size. The answer key for this program will be given to you at the end of this video.
Ayyo astena, it is very easy. Create 3 objects, set the values using our setBoxSize method and print the volume or surface area of each object. ಇದನ್ನು LKG ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಕೂಡ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಅದರಲ್ಲೇನಿದೆ ಸ್ಪೆಷಲ್? ಓಹೋ, is it that easy for you? Then there is a tricky question attached to this assignment. Note it down.
Tricky question.
While executing the assignment program, how many methods will get loaded onto the JVM stack? And hey, don't just count the numbers, name these methods.
And that completes this session more into user defined variables. Do work out all our assignments and please make proper notes or else you will end up in soup later. Do text us your doubts on WhatsApp if you have any so that we can solve it for you. Remember, you understanding the subject is our topmost priority. Do share this series with your friends and encourage them to buy this on our website www.brainsmartlabs.com. This will give us a financial aid to bring more and more programming videos for you. Do like our Facebook page to receive more and more updates on our new video series. Till then, this is Balaji Kaya signing out, and you know what to do. Muchkond kodu ಮಾಡಿ, bye bye.